Permission to come aboard granted.
Howdy, folks. Welcome aboard the StoryShip Wagon train. Me and these other fellers and their wives and kids, we're all heading out west across this great land we call America. We're heading to Oregon and California. Some of us is searching for gold and others for resources and all new farms and all kinds of adventures. And me, I'm just searching for my destiny. Yeah, that'd be my horse. Yeah, Destiny, she got away from me. Never mind. That's a whole other story. Anyway, the year's 1846, and they got some kids back here going to tell us a story heading out west from Camden Elementary. Yeah, the story's called 1846. Enjoy. Yeah.
Was the cry heard over and over as we began our journey to Oregon. It's 5 o'clock in the morning and Ma has just finished breakfast and Pa has fed and herded the animals. Ma is still discouraged about the journey, but Pa wanted to get away from high taxes, overcrowded cities, and swamp fever.
Molly, it's our manifest destiny to spread democracy to the Pacific coast.
3 days later, the wagon train arrives at Alco Spring.
This is the most beautiful spot I had ever seen, but the mosquitoes are terrible. This morning we had skier cakes for breakfast again.
Everything started going downhill after the train left Alco Springs. The train was crossing a blue river when suddenly one of the big oxen got tangled in their harness and started tipping their wagon over.
Help me, I can't swim.
Hey, Mr. Bessie, please, somebody help my mom.
Tall Joe jumped in to save Mrs. Biggs, but he was too late. She had already disappeared under the rapid water. After the terrible loss, everybody was crying. Stacy and her dad was the saddest of all.
Later that day, after the tragedy, Stacy and Molly became best friends. While dinner was being prepared, 3 little boys went to the river and were splashing and playing nearby. They became very hungry and ate a wild plant. Everyone heard the scream and raced to the river. The 3 boys were lying on the ground and shaking and foaming at the mouth.
Oh no, it's water hemlock.
Oh my gosh, hurry, get some charcoal, quick, my poor boy has eaten water hemlock.
Everyone rushed to get the charcoal, but when they returned, 2 of the boys were already dead. Cody Campbell was the lone survivor. The next day, the wagons were filled up to go, and they had a short ceremony for the boys.
Pa, why do we have to leave so soon?
Molly, we must move on if we're going to get to Oregon before winter.
Before the wagon train reached Fort Hall, there was a terrible hailstorm. Everyone raced for cover.
I feel sorry for the poor animals that have to stay out in the weather. I don't think I can bear any more tragedies.
The hailstorm seemed to last forever. The wagon train suffered many damages. The tops were pelted with hailstones the size of hickory nuts. The tops of the wagons had many holes. The roads had become miles of mucky mud.
It was mid-October when the wagon train finally reached Oregon.
I can't believe that I walked all the way to Oregon.
I wish that my mom was here to see the beautiful land.
The fresh air and beauty takes my breath away.
Come on over and join the celebration.
They celebrated with music and dancing all night.
Whoa, that was quite a story. Yeah, this westward expansion stuff is pretty tough. Danger, too, but looks like most of them made it. I want to thank you for listening today for the StoryShip podcast. And I want to invite you to visit us online at TheStoryShip.com, where you'll find all kinds of information about our shows and workshops for teachers. We'd love to have you on the show with your kids telling your stories, so drop us an email at TheStoryShip.com. You'll see us right there online. Also, guys, be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast so we can continue to grow this thing. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Permission to come aboard granted.